On July 13, 2025, the paranormal community lost a passionate figure whose life was dedicated to exploring the unknown. Dan Rivera, a 54-year-old investigator from Bridgeport, Connecticut, passed away unexpectedly in a Gettysburg, Pennsylvania hotel room during the sold-out Devils on the Run tour, showcasing the infamous Annabelle doll. The news, announced by the New England Society for Psychic Research on Facebook, sent shockwaves through fans and fellow investigators, with tributes flooding platforms like X from users like @Instabart and @HBM__TV. Known for his charisma, his deep knowledge of Santeria rituals, and his fearless approach to the supernatural, Dan's sudden death left many questioning whether the haunted doll's curse played a role, though officials found no suspicious circumstances. His life was a tapestry of service, curiosity, and connection, a story that deserves to be told with the same warmth he brought to his work. Today, we're diving into Dan Rivera's cause of death, age, family, net worth, lifestyle, and biography, honoring a man who lived to unravel mysteries and touch lives. Dan Rivera was born in 1971 in Bridgeport, Connecticut, a city where he'd spent much of his life and where his fascination with the paranormal took root. Growing up in a working-class neighborhood, Dan was exposed to the supernatural at an early age, witnessing unexplained phenomena in his childhood home, as noted in his bio on the New England Society for Psychic Research website. These experiences sparked a lifelong curiosity, shaping a boy who felt the pull of the unseen into a man who would dedicate over a decade to paranormal research. Picture a young Dan, wide-eyed in his Bridgeport home, hearing strange noises or seeing fleeting shadows, questions forming that would guide his future. After high school, he enlisted in the U.S. Army, serving with honor and rising to a role that reflected his discipline and commitment. His military service wasn't just a chapter, it was a foundation, instilling a sense of duty that he carried into his paranormal work. Dan also became an expert in the rites and rituals of Santeria, a syncretic religion blending Yoruba traditions with Catholicism, which deepened his understanding of spiritual forces and set him apart in his field. Dan's career in the paranormal began over a decade ago, when he joined the New England Society for Psychic Research, an organization founded by the legendary Ed and Lorraine Warren. Mentored by Lorraine herself, Dan became a senior lead investigator, bringing his unique blend of military precision and spiritual insight to investigations. His work took him to haunted locations across the U.S., but it was the Devils on the Run tour featuring the Annabelle doll, made famous by the Conjuring franchise, that brought him international recognition. The tour, which sold out its Gettysburg stop with over 1,260 tickets from July 11 to 13, 2025, was a testament to Dan's charisma and outreach. He co-produced viral TikTok videos with investigator Ryan Daniel Buell, amassing millions of views, as reported by the Evening Sun. Dan's charm shone through at the Gettysburg event, where he joked with attendees about the tour's fame and emphasized creating a positive experience, saying, "I want you guys to have a good time." He even built the protective case for Annabelle, stained with holy water and adorned with 3 crosses symbolizing the Holy Trinity, a precaution rooted in his Santeria expertise and Lorraine's teachings. Dan's contributions extended beyond live tours. He served as a consulting producer on Netflix's 28 Days Haunted and appeared on the Travel Channel's Most Haunted Places, bringing the Warrens' legacy to a new generation. His TikTok presence, where he debunked rumors, like claims in May 2025 that Annabelle had gone missing in Louisiana, showed his commitment to transparency. In one video, he walked into the Warrens' Occult Museum in Monroe, Connecticut, to prove Annabelle was safe, saying, "She's not in Chicago." His ability to blend humor, education, and respect for the paranormal made him a beloved figure. Ryan Buell, in a TikTok tribute, shared memories of their recent travels, noting, "We introduced a whole new generation to Ed and Lorraine Warren's legacy." Dan's work wasn't about sensationalism, it was about sharing experiences. As the New England Society for Psychic Research wrote, Dan truly believed in sharing his experiences and educating people on the paranormal. Dan's personal life was marked by love and devotion. Described as a caring husband and father in tributes from the Evening Sun and Hindustan Times, he kept his family life private, but those close to him emphasized his warmth. Little is known about his wife and children, as Dan shielded them from the public eye, a choice that reflected his protective nature. His Santeria expertise suggested a deep spiritual life, likely weighed with his family, who supported his unconventional career. In Gettysburg, just hours before his death, he spoke of protecting tour attendees, drawing on Lorraine Warren's advice to envision yourself in a halo of white light. This spiritual grounding was a cornerstone of his life, balancing his military discipline with a belief in forces beyond the physical. His friendships, like those with Buell and NESPR colleagues Tony and Wade, were deep, with the society calling him a close friend and partner in their heartbroken statement. Dan's lifestyle was one of passion and purpose. Living in Bridgeport, he remained rooted in his hometown, where he first encountered the paranormal. His days were filled with research, investigations, and connecting with fans through social media. He wasn't one for extravagance, his focus was on his work, not material wealth. Estimating his net worth is challenging, as paranormal investigation isn't typically lucrative, but sources suggest a modest range of $100,000 to $500,000, earned through his TV appearances, tour earnings, and consulting work, like on 28 Days Haunted. His viral TikToks likely brought in ad revenue, but Dan reinvested much of his income into his passion, such as crafting Annabelle's protective case. His life was about experiences, not possessions. Whether leading sold-out tours, sharing stories with fans, or exploring haunted sites, he lived for the thrill of discovery and the joy of connection. The circumstances of Dan's death are shrouded in mystery, fueling speculation among fans. On July 13, 2025, after the final Gettysburg tour stop at the Soldiers National Orphanage, hosted by Ghostly Images of Gettysburg Tours, Dan was found unresponsive in his hotel room. Adams County Dispatch records, cited by USA Today and the Evening Sun, show firefighters and medical personnel responded after 8 p.m. to a report of CPR being performed on a man of Dan's age. Adams County Coroner Francis Dutro confirmed the death was not suspicious, and Dan was alone, with Annabelle likely in a van in the hotel parking lot, as noted by Today.com. An autopsy was conducted, but results, pending toxicology, could take 60 to 90 days, leaving the cause undisclosed. Social media buzzed with theories, with ex-users like at HBM__TV and it publicly buzzed noting the eerie timing, some wondering if Annabelle's curse was real. One user wrote, "I don't know why people are still playing with Annabelle," while another cited a gut feeling that kept them from attending the final tour slot. Despite the speculation, officials emphasized natural causes were likely, with heart attacks not uncommon for men in their 50s, as discussed in a Reddit thread on r/creepy. The paranormal community's response was one of profound loss. The New England Society for Psychic Research's Facebook post, shared by Chris G. Gil-Loren, described Dan's kindness and passion, saying, "His kindness and passion touched everyone who knew him." Ghostly Images of Gettysburg called him a distinguished figure whose leadership would be remembered. Fans on X, like at the Patriot Oasis and at Philippine Star, echoed this, sharing memories of his engaging tours. His work on 28 Days Haunted and his mentorship under Lorraine Warren cemented his legacy as a bridge between the Warrens' era and modern paranormal investigation. The future of the Devils on the Run tour, with a planned stop in Rock Island, Illinois, in October, remains uncertain, as USA Today reported no response from NESPR on its continuation. Dan Rivera's life was a journey into the unknown, driven by a belief that the paranormal could teach us about ourselves. At 54, he left behind a legacy of courage, curiosity, and connection, a man who faced the supernatural with a smile and a protective case, who served his country, and who loved his family and community. His story reminds us to embrace our passions, to seek answers even in the shadows, and to cherish the connections we forge. Whether you knew him through his TikToks, his TV appearances, or the thrill of an Annabelle tour, Dan's spirit lives on in the stories he shared and the lives he touched. If his journey has moved you, if his passion for the paranormal has sparked your curiosity, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Let's keep Dan's legacy alive, exploring the mysteries he loved. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the life of Dan Rivera. Until next time, keep seeking, keep questioning, and keep the light close.